Hello, I'm Sneha Koshi and let's straight take you to this big exclusive that we have been bringing you through the day. In an exclusive interview with NDTV, Chief Minister of Rajasthan took time out from campaigning along with Rahul Gandhi in Gujarat to deliver his biggest takedown yet of Sachin Pilot, who he referred to 6 times in the conversation as traitor. He spoke about Pilot's revolt in 2020, a revolt which Mr. Gehlot said was funded by the BJP and enabled by senior BJP leaders including Amit Shah. The BJP has denied the allegations.
नहीं, लेकिन अगर हाईकमांड ने ही ये अगर इशारा दिया था ऑब्जर्वर को कि वो सचिन पायलट के ही पक्ष में ये सब वो करें, सपोर्ट अगर इकट्ठा करें, तो फिर आप तो कह रहे हैं वो हाईकमांड के एमएलएज हैं, तो शायद हाईकमांड ही चाह रही होगी कि पायलट बने।
उनको तो नहीं मालूम था ना, वो कैसे सहन कर सकते पायलट को। जो आदमियों ने भुगता है 34 दिन तक, हम जानते 34 दिन कैसे निकाले हम लोगों ने। हमें राज्यपाल भवन पे धरना देना पड़ा हम लोगों को। मैं भी शामिल था उसके अंदर। हमने इतना बड़ा सरकार बचाने का काम किया देश के अंदर।
नहीं, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ, अगर तब भी अगर हाईकमांड पायलट को अगर बनाने चाह रही हो, फिर
नहीं, उसको नहीं बना सकते हैं। वो कोई न कोई कम्युनिकेशन गैप हुआ है।
आप कह रहे हैं वो उनको नहीं बना,
उनको कैसे बना सकते हैं? जो आदमी के पास 10 तो विधायक नहीं है, नंबर 1, जिसने रिवोल्ट किया हो, जिसको गद्दारी नाम दिया गया है, वो गद्दारी की पार्टी के साथ में, जो पार्टी से गद्दारी की हुई आदमी है, उससे कैसे एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं या उसको कैसे उसको स्वीकार कर सकते हैं कोई लोग?
नहीं,
सिंपल बात है।
बट उन्होंने तो डिनाई किया है कि मैं बीजेपी से तो मेरा कोई लेना देना ही नहीं था। सचिन पायलट
नहीं, किसी को डिनाई कर नहीं सकता। वो पूरा खेल उन्हीं का था। 10 करोड़ रुपए बांटे गए हैं, मेरे पास प्रूफ है। 10 करोड़ रुपए बांटे गए हैं
सबको।
मुझे पता नहीं किसको क्या 5 करोड़ मिले, किसको 10 मिले, बल्कि बीजेपी दफ्तर से पैसे उठाए गए दिल्ली के अंदर।
बीजेपी दिल्ली हेडक्वार्टर से,
दिल्ली के बीजेपी दफ्तर से पैसे उठाए गए हैं कई लोगों ने, जो मुझे खुद ने उन लोगों ने कहा है। तो ये बात सबके सामने है।
And there have been a series of reactions to Ashok Gehlot's interview. Interestingly, Congress's MP Jairam Ramesh in a statement has said that Congress will resolve Ashok Gehlot's differences with Sachin Pilot. And Mr. Gehlot is a senior and experienced political leader. That's an interesting statement from Congress. BJP's Rajasthan chief has said Congress is blaming BJP for its own failure. And Sachin Pilot himself has strongly reacted to Ashok Gehlot's interview to NDTV, saying it is unbecoming of a chief minister to make such remarks and that this isn't a time for mudslinging, instead to hold Congress together. But first, let's get you all the details and of what Sachin Pilot has said. Let's listen in.
I have seen Mr. Ashok Gehlot's statement. I think Ashok ji is someone who has vast experience. He's been on many positions in the party and in the government, and today also he is the Chief Minister of Rajasthan. I think it's unbecoming of someone with such experience and with so much of opportunity that the party has given him to make such baseless and false allegations. I think this is not the time for mudslinging. This is the time to work collectively to make sure that the Bharat Jodo Yatra that Rahul Gandhi is leading becomes a success. It is entering Rajasthan next month. We must make sure that the scope and the aim of the yatra becomes successful. The Bharatiya Janata Party was squarely defeated in Rajasthan when I was the Congress Party president. And Ashok Gehlot ji has been Chief Minister twice. Both times under his leadership, the Congress Party lost badly. Despite that, when he won in 2018, the leadership in the Congress Party decided that he should become CM for the 3rd time. And we all agreed to that. Now is the time not for accusations and allegations and mudslinging and throwing mud on each other. Now is the time for someone with experience to work not only in Gujarat, where he is the main observer, to defeat the BJP. Today the country, the only party that can defeat the BJP all over India is the Congress Party. We have to work unitedly, and I think no one should be so insecure about anything. Nothing in life is permanent. In politics, as in life, things come and go. One must not get insecure and say things which are unbecoming of someone who with such vast experience is holding a position of power. idea is to make sure that the Congress party wins the next round of elections in Rajasthan. 11 months we have to go to polls. We have made certain promises in Rajasthan and we have to fulfill those promises. And unless we work together, work unitedly, we will not be able to win those elections. So I think we have to focus on winning those elections that are coming in Rajasthan as in other states of India, and really move forward in a way that the Congress party and the country at large expects us to move.
And there seems to be a big development or a breakthrough in the chilling Shraddha murder case. The Delhi police have claimed that they have recovered the weapons that accused Aftab Poonawalla used to chop Shraddha's body into 35 pieces. As per the Delhi police, Aftab used 5 sharp knives and a saw to chop Shraddha's body after strangling her to death. The weapons recovered have been sent for forensic examination. The saw is still missing. Meanwhile, the Delhi police also conducted the polygraph or lie detector test on Aftab, which might be extended for another day. The Delhi police now hope to take the investigation forward to make a strong case that could stand the test of law, according to police sources. My colleague Vedanta brings this report.
Well, what could be a major breakthrough in the Shraddha murder case, the Delhi police claim to have recovered the weapons that Aftab allegedly used to chop Shraddha's body into 35 pieces. According to the Delhi police, Aftab used 5 cleavers or large sharp knives and a mini saw to chop Shraddha's body into 35 pieces. And as per the Delhi police, 5 of those knives, have been recovered from Aftab's Chhatarpur residence and the Mehrauli forest, where Aftab claimed to have scattered Shraddha's body parts. That mini saw that was also used as per the Delhi police by Aftab, that still remains to be recovered. However, these 5 cleavers have been recovered as per the Delhi police. These have been sent for forensic examination. Remember, the recovery of the weapons in the Shraddha murder case is extremely crucial, because as of now, the case is built only on circumstantial evidence. The other important development in the case was the fact that Aftab's polygraph test was conducted in the national capital. As per Delhi police sources, it might be extended further as well, because there are long sessions that are involved in the polygraph test or that lie detector test. The Delhi police say that they hope to get clues, crucial leads to evidence, key evidence such as Shraddha's mobile phone and the weapon that is still missing. One of those weapons that is still missing. Remember, a team of Delhi police has been conducting extensive search operations in Delhi, in the Mehrauli forest, at Aftab's Chhatarpur residence, as well as in Gurugram, where Aftab used to last work. So these weapons, as per the Delhi police, have been recovered from Aftab's Chhatarpur residence as well as the Mehrauli forest. Meanwhile, a team of Delhi police is also working with the Vasai police to recover Shraddha's missing mobile phone, which is also crucial in this investigation. Remember, Aftab's police custody, his extended police custody, will end on Saturday. So the recovery of these weapons will be a major breakthrough for the Delhi police to build a strong, watertight case for in favor of Shraddha. Also, the narco test, remember the polygraph test or the lie detector test is a precursor to that narco test. That will be held perhaps, as per Delhi sources, after Aftab's extended police custody. But as of now, the big breakthrough, the big breaking is the fact that Delhi police claim to have recovered the 5 knives that Aftab allegedly used to chop Shraddha's body into 35 pieces.
And Supreme Court today has reserved its orders on a batch of pleas seeking a collegium-like system for appointment of election commissioners in the Election Commission of India. The court today questioned what the tearing hurry was for the super-fast appointment of ex-IAS officer Arun Goel as Election Commissioner. Continuing with some stinging remarks on the process, today it went straight into the files on Arun Goel that it had sought yesterday, despite the government's objection to a mini-trial, quote-unquote, within the larger case on how the commissioners are chosen. Arvind Gunashekhar brings us more.
Supreme Court on Thursday reserved orders on a batch of pleas that sought for a collegium-like system for appointment of election commissioners to the poll body. Supreme Court Constitution Bench, led by Justice K.M. Joseph, posed some sharp questions to the centre government on the existing mechanism for appointment of election commissioners to the poll body after perusing the files regarding the appointment of Arun Goyal as the Election Commissioner of India on November 19, Supreme Court asked the centre what was the tearing hurry in appointing Arun Goyal as the Election Commissioner when the Supreme Court is seized of the matter. Also, Supreme Court also asked the centre government to explain the process involved in appointment or in shortlisting the names by the Law Ministry, and also how the Prime Minister recommends a name to the President. Supreme Court also asked what if a collegium-like system is put in place for appointment of election commissioners to the poll body, wherein the petitioners had argued that though the Constitution says that there has to be a law for appointment of election commissioners to the poll body, but for the last 70 years there has been no such law that has been put in place wherein the executive is taking a call in appointment of candidates for this constitutional post. And that's where the Supreme Court said that this is not some random position, this is a constitutional position, and the person who is appointed to this constitutional position should have a character of independence. That's where the Supreme Court differed with the centre government, though the centre government said that this is purely a domain of legislature and executive to enter into, and they asked the Supreme Court not to enter into this matter merely because the petitioners are raising anxiety or some kind of a question on this entire process. But the centre also told the Supreme Court to trust the executive when the executive puts in a process, because according to the centre government, this particular convention of appointing election commissioners to the Election Commission of India by the executive has been going on for quite some time, and the system is well working fine, and that's why the Supreme Court centre asked the Supreme Court not to enter into this area. So here are some of the important arguments that took place on Thursday in the Supreme Court.
And very interestingly, a judge of Gujarat High Court against whose transfer state lawyers were up in arms will not be moved out for now. Sources said the decision has been put on hold after lawyers of the Gujarat Bar Association held strikes and even met Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, following reports that Justice Nikhil Karel will be moved to the Patna High Court. Well, that for now is not happening. Arvind brings us more.
Supreme Court Collegium has recommended for transfer of 7 High Court judges to various High Courts across the country, and these transfer recommendations include Acting Chief Justice of Madras High Court T. Raja from Madras High Court to Rajasthan High Court, and also Justice Velumani from Madras High Court to Calcutta High Court, and also very importantly Justice Abhishek Reddy from Telangana High Court to Patna High Court. Also very interestingly, another transfer proposal that was considered by the Supreme Court Collegium headed by Chief Justice Chandrachud on November 23rd, that is Justice Nikhil Karel from Gujarat High Court to Patna High Court, has not been notified yet, and according to our sources, the Supreme Court Collegium is considering the representation that they received from the Gujarat High Court Bar Association, and that's why the Collegium has not yet notified the transfer of Justice Nikhil Karel from Gujarat High Court to Patna High Court.
And the anger against the death of 5 persons in Meghalaya's West Jaintia Hills continues to simmer in Shillong. Several groups had called for a collective candlelight vigil in the capital. However, it soon turned into chaos when unknown people destroyed public property despite leaders trying their best to calm the situation. Several cases of stone pelting and even petrol bomb attacks were also reported. A traffic police booth was also burned down. Meanwhile, the Meghalaya Human Rights Commission in Shillong has taken suo motu cognizance regarding the killing of 5 citizens of Meghalaya. The incident is linked to the 6 people killed in West Jaintia Hills firing on Tuesday. For more on this, I'm being joined by my colleague Saurabh. Saurabh, a lot of concern and chaos even right now after the Tuesday incident.
That's right. The calm is very, very, sort of precarious. And that's because of the fact that, there is a lot of unease over the fact that this seems to be primarily a border dispute as well. Even though the Chief Minister of Assam tries to place down the border angle, Himanta Biswa Sharma said this is more of a case of police in excess than a border dispute. But the fact is that the police went in there, which Meghalaya claims to be its own. And even today, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma repeated the fact that, we have to resolve these border disputes because these flare-ups happen when these border disputes are there. So obviously, even today, the voices that we've heard from the ground, we weren't able to go to Mukro because, the police in Assam said, advised that it was not safe to go there. So obviously, the voices we heard from Mukro seem to suggest that, there was a certain amount of, unhappiness and anger against the Assam police simply entering Meghalaya. Though the Assam police says it was their territory, the fact is that the other side is claiming that it was Assam police entering Meghalaya and then opening fire when the situation went out of hand. So that of course is the whole claim and counterclaim. But beyond that, there have been protests, like the one we saw in Shillong today. But also the fact is that this every time there's a flare-up of these disputes, it comes with tragic consequences for local communities and even security forces. Because remember, while 5 civilians have died from Meghalaya, one forest guard from Assam has also died, and let's not lose sight of that. So obviously this is something that perhaps the centre has been asked by Conrad Sangma, the Meghalaya Chief Minister, to intervene soon and find a solution and find a formula for these disputes. Though much of the dispute, at least as far as Assam and Meghalaya are concerned, have been resolved in the last 1 year or so. At least 50% of it. In March this year, there was an announcement. So it is an ongoing process, but every time there's a flare-up, there are costs, and the costs are tragic.
Thank you so much, Saurabh. We'll, of course, be tracking all the details of this case with you. Moving on, Uddhav Thackeray has demanded Maharashtra Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari's immediate recall, describing him as a parcel sent via Amazon to Maharashtra in an escalating row over comments on Shivaji. The former Chief Minister threatened a cross-party protest if Mr. Koshyari was not removed.
अगर ये जो पार्सल है वो आया था अमेज़न से, वो अमेज़न से वापस जाए तो अच्छा है, नहीं तो उसको वापस भेजना पड़ेगा और नई कोई काबिल व्यक्ति महाराष्ट्र में इस स्थान पर आनी चाहिए. अन्यथा हमें कुछ ना कुछ करना पड़ेगा. जैसे महाराष्ट्र बंद की बात हो या विराट मोर्चे की बात हो, या देखा जाएगा, सबको साथ में लेकर हम तय करेंगे.
And there seems to be more chaos. Feminist leader thrashed hotel owner for refusing to play Marathi songs during a program in a hotel in Vashi. Hindi songs were being played in the hotel on Wednesday, requesting to play Marathi songs, but the hotel management informed that except Marathi songs, all other songs were being played. When the MNS workers were caught, they went to the hotel and started fighting. So far, no police complaint has been registered in the matter. These are the visuals of chaos that you can see. And talks are underway for the sale of Bisleri. As per reports, Bisleri is looking for buyers. Sakshi gets us the details.
As per reports, veteran industrialist Ramesh Chauhan is looking for a buyer for his packaged water business, Bisleri International, and is in talks with several prospective buyers, including Tata Consumer Products. Now, as per reports, Ramesh Chauhan's daughter is not keen to handle the business, and Chauhan feels it is time for someone to come on board and now handle the business. Bisleri International spokesperson also, as per reports, has said, "We are currently in discussion and cannot disclose further." Remember, 3 decades ago, Chauhan sold their soft drinks business to US beverage major, the Coca-Cola company. And now really the spotlight is on who will eventually take over Bisleri International.